This is the Wandering Mike.
Welcome, everyone, to the Wandering Mike. Today I'm here with Matias. Hey, Matias, how you doing?
Hi, Mike. I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing good. So, actually, quite a nice day after the
A,
rainy days that we had.
a really nice day today. It's really shining
Yeah,
sun.
it was nice to just walk around when we just went to the bank. And
Of course, to walk around Fremantle. Fremantle is a really nice place to walk for the day, and the sun is really nice too.
um, to get us started with our conversation today, if you just want to introduce yourself to the people a little bit, tell us where you're from, what you've been up to, just anything that you want to share.
Perfect. Okay. My name is Matias Francisco Fuentes Oces. I am
Yes.
from Santiago of Chile. Yeah. I travel now around the world.
Yes.
Now I arrived here in Australia, in Perth, Fremantle to be exactly. And I have 30 years. Yeah. And this, I think, is a very good travel. You know, a lot of amazing people like Mike with the podcast. And I think it's a very good experience. And I think all the people need to do that one time in a life.
Yes. Um, so let's go back a little bit. I always like to, explore the person's experiences a little bit, and then also go into what what your current adventure is, what you're currently doing. So when you were in Chile, what was the reason, or rather, what was the motivation for you to say, I want to go to Australia? What was the why?
Yeah. Well, oh, that start when I'm child
Right.
because yeah, when I'm child, I see a lot of people close to my familiar circle travel around the world.
Hmm.
So in that moment, I love it with the travels. And after that, I read a book. I tell you the book,
Oh, yeah.
a book called Into the Wild.
Yes.
And this book changed totally my mind. And I say in my mind, bro, I need to travel around the world. I want to know another cultures, another people, another king of things, everything. So I like the exchange, the cultural exchange.
Yeah.
I like so much this, and born this. I don't know if about this thinking. Yeah, about the travel around the world in Chile. Well, I work in the safety area,
Hmm.
and the salary is not too much expensive. Expensive? Yeah, no, not too
It's
much
not
higher.
not too high. Yeah.
Yeah, and for that, uh, I investigate from the countries of the world,
Mm.
and I think Australia is a very good option to continue uh, how growing up like person and professionally.
Yes.
So for that, I arrive here for, I think it's a very good opportunity. And
When you were looking at countries, were there other countries that you were considering? You were like, this sounds good, but then you went with Australia, or was it always Australia the only one that really sounded good to you?
I have, well, in that moment, I think for Australia, I'll always be the first.
Hmm.
Yeah. The second one are Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because, well, I like the beer.
You
Starting from,
you like Guinness? You like it?
yeah, yeah, I liked. And other country are Canada,
Hmm.
but Canada is so much cold.
Yeah.
For that, it's like Canada is better now. Australia, I think, is a very good country. It's the first world for say. something. And I think have a lot of city with a big quality of life. For example, here Perth, I think
Mhm.
it's a very good city. But one of my dream is go to Adelaide or Gold
And
Coast
right.
because Adelaide have one of the most quality of life in the world.
Hmm.
I think it's one of the first five around
In the
there.
world.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Gold Coast for the summer.
Hmm.
I want to go. I want to know the surfer paradise and all of that. But that
Yeah, when I arrived here in Australia and my sister and my family came to visit me. Um my sister and my parents rather. I did see both of those places. So we've been to Gold Coast and we also been to Adelaide. And yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy both places. Gold Coast is just the beach. It's just one long beach, you know.
yeah,
It's just
really
it's
nice.
crazy.
No, by the how what is the name? The cyclone?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like so
very crazy.
cyclone.
And now I think Sydney have the same for the moment.
Oh
Another cyclone. A lot
yeah,
of
there
rain.
was another one in New South. Yeah, like a little bit north of Sydney. Yeah.
But well, I like the beaches. So for that, really I want to go to Gold Coast to meet the place. And after that, really, I don't know. I don't have a big plan, but I think if you stay here in Australia, you need to live the day every day.
Mm.
You don't need a big plan because one day you can do something that change everything. So you need to be open to change your plans here. So that's I think
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you. If you're a backpack, like if you're a backpacker in Australia, then yes, then all these things, definitely, yeah, you can't really have a too strict of a plan because yeah, you just need to be open
yeah, of course,
for what happens.
of course. I think the same because I don't know if have I don't know if meet a lot of friends here. Maybe my plans change because I want to stay with my friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe travel with someone for the country. I don't know. Really, I don't know. I come here with a friend,
Mhm.
Khaled Javiera, but she's traveling now around Asia.
Oh,
That's another of my dreams.
yeah.
Travel around Asia. And well, really, I don't know. I don't know if she's come back with me to continue traveling here or if I stay alone.
Mm.
Really, I don't know how you say. You don't need to have a straight plan.
Yeah. Um, that just brings me to an interesting question as well, because you were saying how you want to see Southeast Asia at some point, how that's part of your dream as well. And you mentioned that when you were like a child early on, there was always a lot of travel around you, like around family or around like close to family. There was a lot of people traveling. So for you, travel was something like very normal. Is that usually isn't in Chile? Is travel something that is normal that people travel a lot?
No, that's normal because Chile is a very expensive country.
Mm.
So if you have the opportunity to travel around the world, you need a lot of money.
Right.
So my family is not poor, but it's not rich.
Yeah.
So it's like the medium side. So it's a little difficult if you want to travel around the world because you need
Yeah.
to save money all the year to
Mhm.
have vacations, for example, for 3 weeks or 1 month.
Yeah.
So it's very complicated. But my family, I don't know how to say that expression, but looks the manner. The I don't know who say that, but travel to England
Mhm.
and Sweden when I'm child
Oh, nice.
and living there for I think 10 years in Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And after that, come back to Chile and maybe in a half year more, travel to United Kingdom,
Mhm.
to England, to stay in Leeds. And now my family live in Leeds. So for that, I want to go to England too, but
Mm.
I want to travel around the world, how I say, because I want to know a lot of countries from here, nearby from here, and in Europe, in South America. Really love the traveling. It, it's one of my dream, and I want to make the goal.
So, from what you told us, so coming here to Australia wasn't your first travel. So it wasn't like the first time you were outside of Chile because you already traveled a little bit before.
I traveled a little bit before, but now it's a biggest travel like this
Of
because,
right.
for example, 1 week in Peru,
Mm.
um, Argentina a little bit,
Mm.
but it's not the same to stay here for like now for 4 months.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
very long time to stay here to know another culture, new people. I don't know to say to stay alone because I come here with my best friend, but it's not the same to stay in Chile or travel, for example, with your parents or family or something.
Yeah.
It's really different. But here in the pirate,
Yeah.
I feel the people like a family because all the people are really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I really like the smile every day. Um, I don't know, really, I feel like a home here.
So did you have and I don't know because people are different. So with you staying here for a longer period of time, was there things that you were afraid of a little bit? Were there things that you were like, "Oh, maybe this is gonna be hard," and then how did you experience it? Because it does sound like your overall I mean, obviously, I know a little bit about your everyday life as well, but overall, it's positive, right?
Yeah, I think yeah. But the afraid, I think is every have a little of afraid
Mm,
for something or for a new place because it's like to start from zero.
yeah.
So sometimes you have the afraid, but you need to be strong. And I think you need to think positive. If you
Mm.
think positive, you try the good vibes.
Yeah.
So that's my my way now. I think I think better the best option. You need to make uh, hope hope for you what you want, and I think the that's the way for everything.
Yes. That's a great thing, and I think, like you said, whatever it is you do, it's always better to do everything with positivity.
Exactly.
It's like you can really see your life change. With that being said, you can also choose not to see it, obviously. But if you really like look at your life and well, when you start thinking positive instead of always thinking, which I've also done for periods in my life, like that's why I know the difference. Like I've had times where when I woke up and I was like, oh, the weather's shit. Oh, this is shit. Oh, now I have to go to
Yeah,
my job that I hate. And if you wake up like this, like it's not going to be a good day. Like the things that are going to happen during the day are going to be the same.
exactly.
So you can either go, oh, I don't want to do it, or you can go, oh, it's another day. Oh, I get to go to my job. I get to earn money. You know,
That's what they say every day. For example,
yeah,
today, no, what do you today? No, I look for work. Today, I go to the library, print my CV. I look
yeah,
for a work again. So I think the people needs to move to get something. If you stay, for example, all the day here, the work don't come here to the hostel. So you need to move and you need to think positive. I That's my feeling for say something. I think it's the better way, really the better way.
Um, so I always, especially when I get to talk to people from, well, not only South America, but especially places where the culture is different to Australia. Because when I talk to a lot of like English speaking people or even European people, like the
Yeah.
culture is not that different. Like we're here, it's westernized, like it's not very different for us. But I always find it interesting to ask people from South America how their experiences are coming from South America and then you arriving here. What are differences or maybe also similarities? But yeah, so how was your experience when you arrived in Australia?
Yeah. Oh, the experience is really nice because South America is really different from here. Starting for example, the delinquency is so high in South America, and
Mm,
here it's really chill. So it's so much better. The culture is so different, but I respect that because all the countries have different code. So you need to, I don't know how to say that, but maybe accommodate to the cultures.
yeah,
Yeah.
adapt, maybe
Adapt to the
adapt.
culture. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word. So I think it's really good, but I think that the European people, the culture is more close to the Australian culture.
Yes, I think so.
South America is so different from here. For example, here the people is really chill for say something. In South America, the people is very aggressive.
Right.
So it's really different. And here, for example, things are looking bad. For example, if you drink in the street, of you drink in the
Mm.
square or the beach, it's like a delit.
Yeah, you get like a fine and
Yeah, in South America too, but the people do it. So
right.
that's the difference.
Mhm.
I think the culture, what not like a country, but the culture and the respect what you have in your home, that's the answer. Because in South America, don't have so much respect in the home. That's the difference. Here is a very different country. All the people respect every people. South America, no. For example, if you are high and strongest,
Mhm.
you can destroy everything, anything, because you are high and stronger, and never anyone says something to you. But here is really different because I like the respect the people, and I think it's a very good way to get a better world.
Do you have an idea of why in Chile there isn't that respect? Do you know why there's this like massive difference?
Maybe one of one king, I think, well, have really another culture, but I think the music can influence a little bit
Mm,
because the music in South America is so different from here. Here
right.
is well, like countries or something like this, but in South America, the you have so much music from the street,
Mm,
and the people talk about guns, about drugs, about sell drugs to kill someone, to I'm better than you because I have more money, you are poor. So I think that kind of things stay in the head of the all the people and the childrens.
mm,
So grow up with that thinking, and where the people are no more children and are adult,
mm.
you can see that
Right.
reflects in the comportment.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, I think yes. I don't know how to express better, but yeah,
No,
it's a very
no, it makes sense because you're like, I mean, yeah, music has messages, so you're gonna listen to the messages, and it's gonna influence.
And for example, another thing in South America is very different from here. In South America, don't respect the Aborigine people.
Right.
Yeah, and here I think, yeah, but it's different because in South America make bullying from so much people just for be different. So
Mm.
really is disgusting because all the people are different. So how you disturb a person to be different if you are different too?
You
So it's like, bro, why? And for that I really like here. For the people, if you are different, oh, nice, bro. Another culture, and you talk with the people, you know how thinking, and really is
Yeah.
different.
Um, I was actually quite surprised when you said that you think it's better here than in South America. Um, but that's just because of what I think. Obviously, I haven't been there yet. But to me, it sounded a little bit surprising because, especially in Chile, don't you also have, I think, more in the south as well, like the Polynesian, like you do have the same, like the Polynesian people, and
Yeah,
so are they not really still living in their old ways, and are they like is it
yeah,
because that's how it is here in Australia as well, right? Like the Aborigines like still stay around and do their things. So in Chile, is it similar or is it
yeah. It's
different?
like focus in one place. For
Mm,
example, in the south of Chile, close to Temuco, Temuco is another big city of Chile. You have a lot of Mapuches. What Mapuches are the Aborigines of Chile,
right.
and Argentina too have Mapuches, but are more bigger in Chile. Or I think,
Yeah, the Argentinians would say it
Argentina.
otherwise.
No, it's a joke.
Maybe.
No, but it's really focused just in one place, and in the other part of the country, you can't see Aboriginal people.
Right.
It's really focused in one place.
Mm.
And I think for that, if you go to Temuco in Chile, I think it's another not culture, but is the people change. In the
Yeah.
south, the people of Chile are so different from the city. In the city, you have arrogant people. Well, you have all in the city. But in the south, I think the people are more sweetie, more, I don't know, but
Like warm and welcoming.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So that is for the ancestral people, not for the new people, because the new people are, it's this the city, you know how it's are so different.
Right. Um, so would would you say, and the question just came into my mind, so I don't know if it makes too much sense, but for
No,
me
it's
it
okay.
sounds interesting. But do you um feel like, well, part one of the question, that Chile has a lot of culture and a lot of big traditions on their land? And if so, do you think that now, like, these traditions and cultures are still there? Or do you think, like you said, with modernizing and cities, is it going away? Or is it still being held and celebrated?
I think are the two options because the cultures in Chile still now, but for example, in the norte you have biggest parties like La Tirana.
La Tirana.
La Tirana, yeah. La Tirana is a big party in Chile, but it's not party like go to the disco. It's like a
Right.
party in the street for like a carnival.
All right. Yes.
So with the people dressed like the demon and dance in the street
Okay.
with a lot of instrument.
Nice.
And I think all the people of the city goes to this party because it's like the how say it's the culture.
Yeah.
But that's in the north and the south. The south is the same of the Mapuche because have your, for example, the rituals. or the co- co- no, how say that. But while it's not like parties, but it's like the carnivals or something. Still now, but in the
Right.
center in Santiago, for example, just have the tradition to dance the typical dance of Chile.
Mm.
That's called cueca,
Quail?
cueca,
Quail.
and just that because now the new generation of people are so different. For example, don't like the cueca, don't
Mm.
dance, don't be interesting for the culture of the ancestors. So
Right.
I think are so different right now. For that, I think are the two
Depends on where, yeah, which
depends on when
part.
you are.
That's
But it's really nice because the cultural I don't know how to say the cultural fight, but the culture is really different. It's your choice. Really, it's your choice if you want to follow the culture or you go to the other side for the new generations, listening more. I don't know if the reggaeton of the music from the street have the cool people, but I think I influence a lot of the new generation to change the mind and think about if you have more money, you are better than
right.
the indigent people because are poor. I think that that is happening now in Chile too much,
Mm.
really too much.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because everything you hear outside of South America, or all I hear about is Argentina because everyone is talking about Milei, and he's like
Ah, yeah.
internationally, like everyone's talking about him, and he's making headlines. Um, but on his example, it sounds kind of like a similar thing is happening in Chile. Like it's just they're trying to just get closer to like capitalism, like just making it more and more about money, money,
Money, money,
money,
money.
you know.
I think in South America, in all South America, I think now happens that. Not
Right.
just in Argentina and Chile, I think in all South America. Because really have another thinking about that. For example, I think that people in Europe have are more open to things different. But
Mhm.
in South America, if you don't think to make money, 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 money,
Right.
you are wrong. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
because it's not a poor continent, but
Mm.
it's rich in thinking. But the actions maybe is not the correct to make to go to a big I don't know how to say to a better to make a better place or something.
Yeah.
I I think that, but Chile, yeah, it's like I tell you, yeah, I think.
Um, so um maybe to connect the next question with what what you're currently doing, like your current adventure, maybe future plans if there are any plans. But as we because now we've basically all we did is we talked about Australia, we talked about Chile, trying to describe how both countries work, which I always love to do because it's nice to, especially, I mean, if I sit down with the 10th English person or I sit down with the 10th, like Canadian person, it's gonna be not that interesting, but especially if I can get someone from Chile, it's always nice to get the insight and to see like, oh, that's how the cultures are actually different. That's how life is different. So I love um to talk about these things. Um so with what we've talked about, um, do you think that you will ever go back to Chile or South or Central America um, to live for a longer time? Do you see yourself living? anywhere for a longer time? Yeah, just sort of kind of these questions. What currently is the plan?
I think my plan now is extend my visa here to stay here in Australia for 2 years.
Mhm.
I can't stay more time here because I have 30 years and my visa is
Same.
until the 31, but
Yes.
I'm really close. Maybe the next plan after, if I can extend here, obviously,
Yeah.
is go to New Zealand
Oh yeah.
because to New Zealand, I have my visa until the 35.
Good.
So
Mhm.
maybe I have more years traveling
Nice.
and save money because my biggest plan to stay here is travel around Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah. How I tell you before, one of my dreams is know Japan.
Mhm.
Really, I love Japan. And the other country, what I want to know is South Korea.
Oh yeah.
So are expensive countries.
Yeah, both of them are.
For that, I need to save money first. But now, thinking good, how I stay in Australia, in the West Australia, I want to know the other cities too. For example,
Mm.
I want to go to Broome.
Mhm.
Broome, I think, is a very good city. How I told you before, too, I want to go to Adelaide.
Adelaide.
I have a cousin living in Adelaide.
Oh really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
It's funny because it's one cousin what I don't see, I think around 15 years.
Oh wow.
But we remember us,
Mm.
but don't talk
15
nothing.
years.
And now how I stay here, talk a little bit, and she's invite me to her home
Mm.
because she lives with the boyfriend
Mm.
and invite me, tell me, Matias, you if you come here to Adelaide, you can stay here. Maybe I give you work or something.
Oh,
So
nice.
I think it's a very good option go to
Good.
Adelaide.
Mm.
But the problem is the time because I don't know. I don't know when
Yeah.
because how I tell you I want to go to Gold Coast too,
And you need to, yeah,
and I need to make a order in my mind
how
first.
how to do
But
it. Yeah.
that's the biggest plan because I don't have a really big plan. Just I want to save money, maybe live a few years here in Australia, after that to New Zealand.
Mhm.
And after New Zealand, maybe I want to go to Europe,
Right.
to England, because I have family too. And
Oh yeah, you.
really I don't know how is to get the resident or something, but I want to try.
Mhm.
Maybe can, maybe I can't, but I don't. I want to do this. Really, I want to do this. And after that, sorry, I think I come back to Chile.
Okay.
Maybe at the 40 years. Maybe. So I hope my travel is for around 7 years or more. I don't know.
Nice. So so generally, you think that you will return to Chile, but not next year, not the year after. There's
Yeah,
you still have a lot of places that you want to see before you go back and
yeah, because I think now I stay here. One of my dreams in the other side of the world, literally the other side of the world.
yeah.
So maybe can do this travel to Asia to know another cultures, peoples, continue working here because I need to save more
Mm.
money.
Yeah.
And I think after all this travel, when come back to Chile, if I come back,
Yeah.
um, I want to put a business, a
Mm.
bottle shop, because the bottle shop in Chile are really good salary for say something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You earn so much with a bottle shop. So, but it's expensive to buy.
Right.
But if you bought,
So you need to have the capital, and then once you've got the story.
yeah. But how to say that? But it's like in Chile says, trabaja sola.
Oh,
Trabaja sola is work alone.
Yeah.
because just you need to buy the product to the bottle shop, and the people go and buy. So for that,
Right.
it's like the bottle shop live alone.
You
Just
just need to set it up.
my dad, my dad told me what he he wants to get a bottle shop. So for that, I think it's a good idea. If my dad worked there, it's better for me.
Exactly.
Just save money. Oh, for
Nice.
that.
So, yeah, like you said in the beginning, plans always change, especially when you're traveling.
Yeah.
But however long you are gonna travel, at least it's good to know that when you go back, if you go back, but you know what you would. You have a.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm back now, but you know, like it's not a mystery. What's gonna happen when
Ye-
you come back to Chile?
What's happened when you come back? I think the people are different because are I think 5 years the people change a lot. I had my how say my I'm the oldest brother,
Oh yeah.
the middle brother.
Mhm.
I think has 30 in that time we come back.
Oh, when you come
And
right,
my how say my
like your
the
smaller or
smallest,
little
yeah,
sister. Yeah.
I think had 23 years.
23.
So
Right.
yeah. So I think all the people are different when come back. And I don't know, I be expected it to the change. So I
Mm,
want to see how the people grow up
and right.
and the plans of your life and everything because I think when I come back to Chile, I have resolved my life.
Yeah.
I think, but I want to see how the other people
How would they?
drive the life.
Yes.
With my mom, the same. For example, my dad, the same. I want to see how change, how stay alone without me. Because when stay in Chile, I don't, I don't think it's correct says that, but it's like I maintain the house with
You,
my dad.
right.
So now how I don't stay there,
And
just my dad
just your dad.
maintain the house. So I want to see the change of my little brother.
Mm.
How there now helps to my dad to maintain the house.
Right, because you were the oldest, and now.
Yeah, with I think the oldest brother have another responsibility of everything. I think.
Um, I mean, I agree, but I also think, especially in South America, that's still a thing. Like, I feel like, I mean, in Europe, you have it as well in like South Europe and countries like that.
Mm,
But in Central Europe, it's like beginning to get less and less important. But just that, like family,
yeah,
it's very important in South America, right? And like the hierarchies and like
yeah.
father,
The
older,
big
like
brother, the middle brother.
mother, grandmother, like all these things have an importance in South America still, right?
Yeah, really, yeah. So for that, really, I expected it to the change. Just I want to see that, but I don't know because, for example, if I get a good job here and can be sponsored
Right.
and offer me the residence here, maybe change my plan. I don't
Yes.
know. And for that, I would say you need a biggest plan, but
Mm,
not necessary to be straight to this plan. Maybe you to jump to another plan to get this biggest plan. I don't know. Maybe we need change sometimes.
I definitely think so. I definitely think that you do need, or that humans need change.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing that you need to like learn and develop. Without change, I don't think that you can develop, that you can learn, that you can keep like improving. Like there needs to be change for you
Of course.
to keep improving.
For example, another thing what I want to do is learn another language. For example, when I arrive here, I don't speak nothing. You look that. Just
Which
see that.
is insane. Because yeah, literally when I met you, you were learning English for 3 months.
3 months.
3 months. And I mean, I know you keep saying that your English isn't that good, but everyone has been listening to you for 40 minutes now, and they can see how you can communicate in English. And that's incredible because now, yeah, it's 4 months. You
Yeah,
started learning 4 months ago.
it's very difficult for me, but I think I go for a good way. Uh, Really, I like to learn language.
Hmm.
So I think for that it's more easily,
Right.
and Duolingo helps.
But did it actually like because that's always the discussion, right? How much does Duolingo help? Is it useful if you speak it? Is it useful if you just do Duolingo? Like how did it help you? How much did it actually help?
Oof, I think a lot
Oh, it did.
because in the beginning when I start are so difficult for me. For example, when I arrive here, you speak with people with speak Spanish a
Right.
little bit because to have a better communication
Hmm.
and go to work for 3 months in the south of here in a farm and when I come back, I think it's more easily to me to communicate with another people. For example, now I have 3 or 4 months learning better English,
Mhm.
and I think go for a good way. I I don't understand the 100%, but I understand the 80%. I think
That's really good.
it's good.
It's really good.
Sometimes when in a big group,
Mhm.
I don't understand everything because
Oh.
all the people speak at the same time. So
Mhm.
it's so difficult for me because I need to be focused with one person, for example,
Yes.
like now.
Yes.
But I think one of my plans is speak perfectly the English. And after I speak perfectly the English, I want to learn Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, I like the Italian because sounds good.
It
Re-
does. It
Really,
does sound really nice.
really sounds good. And the other language what I want to learn is the Portuguese,
Portuguese.
French. No, because they are so difficult for me. Just to match the good. So, so
My oui, monsieur.
yeah, for that bonjour.
Plus one.
Like speaking Spanish people is so difficult for us
For
because have another pronunciation and another vocals. No,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
other
everything it's pronounced different.
it's yeah the pronouns are so different, and for that I think it's really fucking difficult.
Yeah.
But the Italian is really close to the Spanish. When I listen the Italian people talking Italian, I understand a little bit and sounds really good. I think sounds really good. For that, I want to learn Italian.
And well, to be honest, all the languages that I want to learn, I mean, yeah, right now I think it's Spanish because I want to go to South America, so I'm learning Spanish.
Yeah,
I think that's the only one that I say to myself I need to learn because I want to learn Spanish. Um, but because you also mentioned about going to Japan and South Korea, and I have a lot of friends that now they start to learn these Asian languages as well. And I wouldn't do it because for me it's so difficult because you need to learn first the letters as well. You need to learn
yeah.
how to write
Are
it.
there special characters?
Exactly. So for me, I think it's too hard. But is that something that you would like love to do as well? You want to get into like the Japanese like characters and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's very
Yeah,
really
right.
difficult. My middle brother don't speak, but understand a little bit.
Oh, you can read, like,
Yeah, can
or
read
or hear as well.
the two,
Oh,
but don't speak.
right.
Just read and listen. Because my middle brother likes so much the anime,
Ah,
and
yes.
for that learn the games and everything,
Right.
everything of the of one. And for that he learned, but learn alone.
Right.
That's incredible.
And that's why because he never spoke to anyone, he just read it and learned all by himself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really nice.
No, it
I
is.
want to do this with another language, but I think it's really difficult, the Japanese or the Chinese.
So
Oh,
is he what I mean, not it's not that important, but just to understand. So if he's watching an anime now, is he watching it completely in Japanese? Can he understand it already?
yeah. My
Oh
brother,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Because if you see a really Japanese person, now she knows what I tell
Very
I
Japanese
tell her
person.
because she's no not she's love Japan.
Mm.
All I think all her life love Japan. So she learned the language. It's really crazy because he can understand. Sometimes I when go for the house, I see looking the Japanese series, the anime,
Yeah.
without subtitles.
No
Sometimes,
subtitles. Oh wow.
bro, how? But if he understand, it's really nice.
I
But
I think it's really cool that you love a country, you love a language, you love like an art form, like the manga and the anime.
yeah,
Like you like an art form of the country so much that you learn the language by yourself. I think this is really cool.
of course, it's really cool, and you need a big brain. Yeah,
Yeah.
a really big brain.
Yes.
Well, my brother is studying uh, uh, interpretation, English,
Oh.
Spanish English.
Oh.
So she learned
Oh,
another
cool.
language. It's very good with the language.
So
Other-
to me, that also sounds like something you study if you probably want to get outside of Chile at some point. You think he wants to go outside of Chile as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's want to go here.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say the same. One time I tell Seba because his name is Sebastian.
Seba. Yeah.
Seba, if you want to come here, maybe when if I have a better situation, economic situation here, I can buy your flight
And
to come here because it's her dream and it's my little brother. So for that, if if I can help, obviously I do.
that'd be that would be cool.
Yeah, when I'm more older, if he pays for me, it's because all the life is as
It is.
no, it's like but maybe if have the opportunity, I do this for my brother because I know if his dream and I want to see my close people, my family people, my family circle happy. So for that, I think I stay here because I have a big plan for my life, but really I don't want to stay all my life in one site. Really,
Mhm.
I think now I'm traveling. I want to go for different place, and when feel me really better, happy, and I complete my plan, maybe that I come
Mm.
to Chile to continue my life. I don't know if gonna marry, but
Yes.
but marry, I don't know. Really, I want to complete my plan and be and see my family happy, happy for everything.
That's and I mean, it is a great thing to know that you want to do something, you know? Like for you, you know that you want to travel. So you are gonna do it, you know, because the beginning when we started the conversation, we were talking about, yeah, you are afraid, and you do have family, you know. I mean, I don't know if your father was probably very happy for you, but like you're in Chile, you and your dad is maintaining the house, and then I can also imagine maybe you telling them, "Hey, I'm leaving to go to Australia." It's like, oh wow, like all these things.
That is a team because when we have a big conversation, because in that moment I pay a lot of bills in the house,
Right.
For example, like the internet, the water,
Mhm.
because in Chile you pay the water
Yeah.
and things. So I pay everything of the thing, and my father just pay the house.
Right.
And with that are really nice. But
Mhm.
when I tell my dad,
Like,
well, I have a plan, maybe
yeah.
go to Australia. I don't know for how much time, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. My plan is 2 years.
Yeah.
So tell me like, okay, don't worry. Tell me, I see how pay everything. Don't worry about that. I can do it. Maybe we live a few months more closely
Mm.
to buy things.
Yeah.
But now I think it's really better the situation in my home. I talk with my
Nice.
father and my mother and tell me what they are good. So it's better for me too because I don't have bad things
Yeah.
or to my anxiety because I'm very anxious. So it's like to calm me. I'm more chill
Yeah.
listening that.
No, that actually sounds really nice because that was what I was trying to say is you had all these things before you left and you had all, like you said, this anxiety. And it could be the easiest thing to just go, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't travel and just stay in Chile. But I like that you want to travel and you do it.
Yeah,
You want to do it and now you're doing the plan. Like you have to finish the plan and then afterwards, maybe you come back and then
bec- well, because in one moment in my life, I have a conversation with myself. It's like I put in the balance what 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 want to my life.
Mhm,
I want to stay here in Chile just working. My salary is not bad in Chile, but it's not the highest.
mhm,
I can live in Chile, have my things. For example, buy me a car, rent a house, for example, and living good. But when you travel,
mhm,
that's and the other side. ha- If I go to travel around the world, maybe can save money traveling, meeting new places, new spot, meeting people, and once the travel. And for that, I stay here. But it's a really crazy thinking because I don't think what I do this alone. Maybe, yeah, yeah. If I don't stay here with my best friend, I think
right,
I don't do this travel
right.
because all the people I think do need someone to speak to. Maybe if you want to cry
Mhm.
with Che. I don't know,
No, of
but it's
course.
like a to have a close. Uh, my my friends like my family now here. So for
Yeah,
that is like all my how say that word.
like all your huachitos.
No, no, the word is the what you do. Yeah. No, the word is apoyo. I don't know how to say
Apoy.
apoyo. But for example, if you stay bad or you're feeling bad,
Mm.
I hug you, I stay with you.
Right. Like a support. You need
That's the
support.
word.
Up,
It's like
yeah, support.
a support, a friend
Help.
support.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have a friend support.
Yeah.
Most when you are traveling around the world because sometimes the things don't come for a good way. Sometimes you make mistakes on your way. So I think it's necessary to have the support of the friends. Or right now, for example, we stay all the day, have conversations
Yeah.
with the other people here. The same, Katerina, Kevin stay all the day. So it's like you have your circle of friends that supports you, and I think it's really, really nice to stay here.
Yeah. I totally agree. I feel like that's one of the biggest thing in solo traveling is that you're doing it solo. So obviously it can be tough sometimes. because not everything is always 100%
Yeah.
working out and how 100% happy. So
Mm.
it is important to be able to reach someone, call someone, but even better, have someone there in person that you can and and that's why, yeah, to me, the most important thing about a hostel is the people. Like when I come into a new hostel, I mean, obviously, if it looks nice, if everything, if they have a big TV, if they have like a cool large kitchen, like obviously that's all really nice.
Yeah.
But I want to see, are the people sitting together? Are the people like chatting? Are the people laughing? That's what I want to see in a hostel. Like, are the people
Are really nice because,
talking?
for example, you can rent a house, for example, but you go to the work, you come back to the house, and you stay alone. You feel alone
Yeah.
because don't have another person to talk or something.
Which is, yeah.
And in my case, for example, if I can talk with someone, people of Chile, have 12 hours of difference. So it's
Right.
so difficult because
When do you eat?
I
Yeah.
wake up and
And
she's
they
go
go
to
to
the
bed.
bed. So really difficult to have a good
Yeah.
communication.
Right.
So for that, I think staying in the hostel is the better option because you have the another person to talk with you uh, every day, change they have new people. So
Yeah.
it's really nice to meet people from other countries, another cities, another cultures. I don't know. I really like it to meet people.
Yeah. That's definitely the best about the hostel lifestyle is just meeting people, always being able to learn something new every day because you're gonna meet a new pure person. You're gonna meet someone maybe, oh, you're from Chile. I never met someone from Chile before, for example. It's
Yeah, and start the conversation, and you know about this country, and you know about the people, and it's really nice.
and
Really,
it's just
the
it's
way I like
beautiful. Uh that probably isn't on the recording. It's just a motorbike that
a lot.
drove that. It was very loud. Um, but anyway, I think we've talked about a lot of things. I feel like actually this actually went a lot quicker than I thought. Because it's already an hour. It didn't feel like an hour. It felt like we've been talking for 5 minutes. We could probably talk a lot longer, and we could talk about a lot of interesting things, I'm sure. But as you know, and the people out there probably don't know, there's a pool tournament in Fremantle that is happening right now. So I need to get down to the pool tournament. Um, so anyway, thank you, Matias. Thank you so much for sitting down. Thank you for sharing your story, telling us about Chile, telling about us about your family as well, giving us a little bit of an insight into all that. And yeah, thank you for just sitting and sharing your experiences.
Thanks to you, Mr. Mike, to this wondering conversation, and see ya. See ya later, my bro.
See you later. Have a great day and bye, everyone.
You too. Bye, everyone.